When the Detroit Lions drafted Colby Sorsdal in the 5th round, no doubt many of us were like, who is this guy? Where did he come from? The prospect alone, who is this guy? What is he about? And no doubt Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes knew exactly who he was. NFL scouts, the team scouts, spend 9+ months dissecting prospects for the NFL draft. That's how they spend 9 months of the year. And during the interview process, when players interview with the NFL and their prospective teams leading up to the NFL draft, they are asked a series of questions where each team can get to know them a bit better. Now, they don't have all the time in the world to have these questions asked, kind of where they're going all through these guys and they get to understand them a little bit better. But here's one thing that probably, no doubt, along with his play, because he's got stats for days, but along with, I told y'all before that Jalen Carter and Kayvon Thibodeau and those type of guys, you have to fit this team. And if you don't fit the team, you're not going to be on the team. And Jalen Carter didn't fit. And even though you might not be the number one in your skill set at your position, you are a better fit for the team. And we've seen this team work with the likes of Khalif Raymond, the likes of Josh Reynolds, people who are not considered the best at their position, Tom Kennedy, guys that have made and have that grit. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the character. You have to have some skill, but you don't have to be the best at your position. And here's what most likely got him, along with his play, because we don't just overlook that. But here's what most likely got him drafted. This is coming from Fanside. Says, linemen with his size and his talent are always coveted transfers, and there was enough buzz around him that he knew famous Power 5 conference schools wanted him. The allure of big stadiums, national television, and top-line competition to showcase himself to the NFL was there. And this is in regards to why Sorsdal stayed at his school. He says, I wanted to build a legacy. William and Mary went just 4-6 in 2018, while averaging 13.6 points per game. They went 6-5 in 2021, and then last year they went 11-2 as they averaged 33.5 points per game and reached the FCS final. Sorsdal was asked by NFL teams why he decided to return to William and Mary, a perfectly understandable question in this era of rampant player movement in college football. He recalled to Winslow what he said in response to this question. And what's about to come up is why he was drafted. I'm not just saying you have to say the right things. You have to have skill as well. So let's not bypass that. But you have to be a character person. And just like I said before, the Detroit Lions are not going to draft a certain type of guy. If you play in your bowl games, they look at that. They look at whether you thought about the team more than yourself. Every guy who plays in their bowl game runs a risk to get hurt. Jameson Williams got hurt in his bowl game, which cost him almost a full season. But he was willing to do that because he put his team before him. Now, Kayvon Thibodeau, on the other hand, he didn't play in his bowl game. So these are the type of things that the team and the coach and GM are looking for in particular. But here's what he had to say. He said, what I told them was I wanted to finish the job. I've always had the sense of loyalty that, hey, these guys gave me a chance. They gave me a scholarship. I owe it to them. Then came how the answer landed with teams in an expected fashion and the specific mention of Lions head coach Dan Campbell. He said they loved it, Sorsdal said. I think Coach Campbell in particular. And that is what we are looking for when it comes to players on our team. Again, you have to have the talent to be drafted in the NFL or undrafted for that matter. You have to have the talent to play, but you also have to be, they're looking for the person. They're looking for the character. And that's why they went to a small school like this. That's why they weren't detracted from the fact that this was a small school. He had offers to go other places, but he chose to finish what he started at William and Mary. And that's the type of character people that the Detroit Lions are looking for. We've seen teams win it all with less than what we have. And that says that I know I was very kind of caught off guard that first year between Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell's first and second year, we kept bringing back a lot of the same guys. Khalif Raymond, Alex Anzalone. I mean, I didn't understand at the time, but then after their second year together, I understood why Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes, why they were a priority to bring back, because they fit what this team was trying to do. What do you think about Colby Sorsdal wanting to finish what he started, having offers from other schools, but deciding to stay at a small school and finish what he started? And that is 100% a Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes type of guy. But let me know your thoughts down below. Trying to get to 11K by the end of the month, and you can help me do that. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself. And as always, go Lions.